News at Noon.
Talks between the United States, Israel, and Iran fell to a standstill this weekend.
Attorney General Ken Paxton is leading incumbent Senator John Cornyn in a heated GOP runoff. I'll have the story for you coming up.
And the Denton Animal Shelter unites pets with their forever homes.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining UNT TV News at Noon. I'm Jeremiah Patterson.
And I'm Riley Oldenburg. There is no deal. This is the word from Vice President J.D. Vance after negotiations between the United States and Iran wrapped up in Pakistan. The Vice President said the talks lasted 21 hours. He said while both sides had good discussions, it did not result in an agreement to end the current conflict. The Vice President said Iran did not commit to forgo building a nuclear weapon in the future. He then said that the U.S. delegation is leaving Islamabad after giving them a final and best offer. While he is going home empty-handed, he said the news is bad for Iran and not for the United States. Vance said the U.S. negotiating team was in touch with President Donald Trump throughout the talks. The team also consulted with other members of the president's national security team and military leaders. AAA says regular gas is holding steady around $4.13 a gallon, while oil prices look more volatile today. That's after both Brent and WTI crude posted overnight peaks above $100 a barrel. Investors appeared to be reacting to the latest strain of the Strait of Hormuz. The Pentagon says that it has plans for a shipping blockage of Iranian ports. U.S. Central Command says it does not apply to vessels in the strait that are moving between non-Iranian ports. A blockage could cost Iran money, but also could further strain global energy markets. A long-term ceasefire plan between Tehran and Washington remains elusive.
Meanwhile, in Houston, protesters gathered to call for a regime change in Iran. CNN's Amanda Henderson has more.
Lining the streets of Post Oak in front of the Galleria, hundreds of protesters from Houston's Iranian community holding signs and flags.
So this is our last option, which is what we are doing right now, which is asking for military foreign intervention.
Arshia is closely watching the U.S.-Iran face-to-face negotiations.
Whatever deal they make, it should be this regime to be gone. And this guy in this picture, he is the opposition leader for us. He is a son of our leader before this revolution happened.
We see several signs with the photo of Iranian Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi. This is who protesters say they want in charge during a transition period for the country after the death of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei.
So we want regime change for Iran, and we have chosen Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi to be our leader through this.
And he is the only solution for Iranian people.
As discussions continue, protesters have a message for U.S. leaders.
We are trying to let U.S. know that do not trust this regime while you're negotiating with them. Take this regime out of this country. They hostage our country for the last 47 years. We want them out of our country.
From record-breaking finds for House Democrats to Ken Paxton's polling surge over Senator John Cornyn.
Our political pulse anchor Marguerite Calkins will be breaking down the high-stakes penalties and the shifting GOP. Marguerite?
"52 Texas House Democrats are facing steep financial penalties for last summer's quorum break. A House committee has approved fines of over $8,000 per representative. The total includes a daily fine plus a share of the $125,000 the state spent attempting to bring the lawmakers back from their out-of-state walkout. While the GOP-led panel calls it an enforcement of House rules, Democrats are labeling the move political retribution. The ball now moves to the checkbook. Texas House leadership says campaign funds cannot be used to pay the debt, a claim several Democrats are already challenging under state law. The Republican runoff for the U.S. Senate is tightening in Texas. New polling shows an Attorney General Ken Paxton holding a steady lead over incumbent Senator John Cornyn in next month's election. Multiple polls, including a recent survey from Quantus Insights, put Paxton ahead by nearly 8 points. While Cornyn remains strong in metro areas like Dallas and Austin, Paxton is dominating with rural voters in Trump's MAGA base. Analysts point to a major enthusiasm gap. Nothing that Paxton supporters are significantly more motivated to turn out. Whichever winner wins the race will face Democratic candidate James Tallarico in November. NTTV will follow closely as the heated Senate race continues in November. Let's head back to Jeremiah at the desk.
Here at UNT, Attorney General Paxton is launching an investigation into the university's leadership, which he says is allowing staff to teach diversity, equity, and inclusion content against state law. This latest probe started after a video was leaked online. It appears to show a social work department staff member explaining how teachers can work around the statewide DEI ban by using different terms. DEI initiatives are banned at public institutions in Texas. That includes offices and activities based on identity. There is no state law that bans professors from teaching about race, gender, and sexual orientation in their classes. Paxton called for the immediate termination of the staff member seen in the video. He also says he sent a letter to the department's dean demanding an explanation. A UNT spokesperson says the staff member seen in that video is no longer at the university.
Officials are saying the U.S. is beginning to prepare for possible intelligence blind spots involving the war in Iran. This comes after Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act is set to expire in about a week. This allows authorized officials to gather phone calls and messages of their foreign targets. But this law could also scoop up data of other Americans as well. Lawmakers on either side appear to be skeptical about extending the law. Supporters argue that there are potential national security concerns if the law is allowed to lapse. You know, it felt really muggy when I was heading to the studio today.
Yeah, Riley, I almost slept through my alarm because of how dark it was.
Let's check in with our weather anchor, Anna Glisson, to find out more. Anna.
Thanks, Jeremiah and Riley. Walking into the studio, that mugginess was definitely apparent, but that's actually due to the 79% humidity that we're feeling right now. And that humidity is also why we're seeing a feels like that's warmer than our current temperature. Right now, our current temperature is 79 degrees, with our feels like being at 82. As for our wind speed, it is pretty gusty today at 17 miles per hour. Overall, it's shaping up to be your average North Texas spring day. Unfortunately, these conditions are the ingredients for thunderstorms. These thunderstorms will be isolated, however, so there is a possibility that we will not be seeing anything tonight. However, in the case that we do see something, it will likely not be severe. So for our actual temperature, we'll be seeing 76 degrees with our feels like at 80. The wind speed will be 14 miles per hour, so it is calming down a little bit, maybe knocking on your doors and windows still, but overall nothing too crazy to look out for tonight. Going into tomorrow, that heat and that humidity will be sticking around. However, it will be dropping down just slightly. Our actual temperature will be 76 with our feels like at 80. The wind speed is going to be about the same at 16 miles per hour. And it will be a little bit sunny. Finally, that sun is out. Always love to see the sun, but thank you. That's all I have for you right now for weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
I-35 is facing heavy traffic on Wednesday.
And a Denton animal shelter brings people and pets together. Stay with us.
And I'm joining you here today in the Union parking garage. Today we're going to be going over how to drive safely in the parking garage. Let's go see. Oh my god, this girl just got hit by a car. Let's go see what happened. Man, are you okay?
Did you see that lady hit me with a car?
Yeah, we did. I got it all on video.
Oh
Oh my God.
Let's go over here and talk about how we can prevent that.
Yeah, not the hospital.
Well, right now we're going to ask you a couple questions on how we can drive safely in the parking lot. What are ways that we can be aware of our surroundings?
Oh, we can look both ways.
Jenna, also, how about putting the distractions away?
Yes, just like our phones, turning our music down, and also not focusing on our passengers.
Where can you get information on how to get a parking pass?
Transportation.unt.edu.
If you park in a garage, make sure you pay on the app or look for further instructions on how you should pay.
And remember, no pass, no park. Let's all try to keep our mean green community safe.
Remember, we're all in this together.
Drive safe.
I warned them that this was dangerous, but did they listen? No!
I've been having these dreams.
Welcome in.
This is part of the process, Eric. I only want what is best for you.
You want me to go on and on with the program until there's nothing left of me.
We are one now. Our goals are the same.
No, they're not.
Don't get your hopes up. Is that it? That's it.
Nothing can stop me now!
Yeah.
Caring for animals at Denton Animal Services takes more than just staff. It also relies on support from the community. NTTV's Jenny Yanez stopped by the shelter to see how that effort is giving animals a second chance.
Denton Animal Services, caring for animals is a daily effort that goes beyond what most people see.
My name is Ramon Orozco. I'm one of the animal services supervisors here at the City of Denton. A typical day is not very typical. You have a lot of different things that come up throughout the day, whether it's an animal that comes in and is sick and needs medical attention, whether it's a customer that needs something from us and doesn't really know where else to turn, so kind of finding creative solutions and finding ways to assist them with whatever issues that they may have.
From feeding and cleaning to medical care and adoption services, staff work to make sure every animal is given a chance at a better life.
My name is Morgan Stumbaugh. I'm the Shelter Operations Manager for City of Denton Animal Shelter. At the Denton Animal Shelter, customer service is really important, so helping people is a priority here. Yeah. And at the same time, our animals' welfare, all of the animals coming through our building, is also a top priority. So we care a lot about the people and our citizens, and we also care a lot about the animals in our care. So I get to work on both of those things at once.
The shelter depends on community support through adoptions, volunteering, and donations to continue its work. Staff say even small efforts can make a big difference in helping these animals find a place to call home.
No, just again, I hope more people open up their homes to a lot of these loving animals, because a lot of these animals are amazing and wonderful animals that can make your life better, make your family better, and I just wish people would come in and kind of just give them a shot.
With NTTV News, I'm Jenny Yanez.
For more information on how to get involved, you can head to the City of Denton's website.
This Wednesday, April 15th, between 3 and 5 p.m., the annual Medal of Honor motorcade will start. This long-standing tradition honors the nation's highest military decoration and the individuals who have received it. The motorcade will include vehicles from over 40 different agencies, including fire and law enforcement departments from Denton and its neighboring cities. Because of the more than 550 police cars, fire trucks, motorcycles, and other service vehicles, parts of highways 183, 360, 114, and 121, along with access points along I-35W and I-35E, will be temporarily shut down. Once the motorcade makes its way through, the roads will be open to the public. So just keep in mind these closures when you are planning your day.
Well, you know what, Riley? I just might have to check out the motorcade.
I'm right there with you, but let's check with our weather anchor Anna Glisson for the forecast before making plans.
Thanks, Riley. Well, if you're planning on going to the motorcade this Wednesday, stick around for our look at the next 7 days because there is a chance we may be seeing some rain and lightning that day. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the temperatures across North Texas. Right now we're seeing in Denton, of course, 79 degrees, which we'll also be seeing in a lot of other towns such as Decatur, Fort Worth, Gainesville. Sherman and McKinney and Dallas are only a few degrees lower than that at 78 and 77. Over west in Stephenville and Graham and Bowie, we will be seeing temperatures that are peaking up into those low 80s, whereas Sulphur Springs and Paris will be seeing a little bit of lower temperatures in comparison to the more central North Texas area. Now, going into the rest of the state, we'll be seeing temperatures that are pretty similar. Shreveport at 78, Houston at 80, Austin at 78 as well. Just generally those high 70s and low 80s, Denton 79, Abilene 82, Oklahoma City 80, El Paso and Amarillo at 76 and 77. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at those showers. Looking at tomorrow, we're not going to be seeing anything just yet. Our high will be 81 degrees and our low will be 67 degrees. But going into Wednesday, temperatures are going to be dropping to 76 degrees, or we'll also be seeing that 58% chance of rain. Now, these showers will be isolated, so there is a chance you could get lucky and those showers may miss us. However, it is always good to stay aware and prepared. Going into Thursday, we'll be seeing a stark contrast to Wednesday. The sun will be out shining. It'll be much warmer, which is always nice. A little break there, and a little break Friday as well. Temperatures will be cooling down a little bit Friday. But going into Saturday, the showers are going to be returning for a 67% chance of rain, and temperatures will be dropping to 68 degrees with a low of 45. Sunday and Monday, temperatures will be warming back up to 73 degrees, but we still may be seeing a little bit of rain going into next week. So yeah, definitely a hodgepodge of conditions we're seeing here. We'll keep an eye on those showers for you too, because there is a chance that they may become severe. And speaking of severe weather, many regions across the U.S. are experiencing various types of severe weather. A powerful multi-day storm continued to lash Hawaii with heavy rain into the weekend, triggering flood alerts in a state still recovering from destructive downpours in March. This recent storm continues to surge after dumping more than a month's worth of rain in different parts of Hawaii. In Colorado, there is a very different weather-related issue, a lack of rain. Drought conditions in the state prompt water conservation efforts. Officials and experts warn that things could worsen as we head into warmer months. Georgia also faces worsening drought conditions. According to the latest U.S. Drought Monitor, 98% of the state is experiencing some level of drought, causing concern among farmers during planting season. And while spring may have started a few weeks ago, parts of California are still experiencing wintry conditions. This includes a winter storm warning over the weekend and a heavy snowfall in the Sierras. That's all I have for weather today. Let's head back to Jeremiah and Riley to see what's next.
Thanks, Anna. All that talk about severe weather makes me want to take a rain check on that motorcade. But up next, Nicole Kidman adds a new gig to her resume.
And the president's youngest son launches a business after the break.
Go, 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 go. Get that. Be gone, evil spirit.
Welcome back to Late Night at North Texas. Late Night at North Texas. Late Night at North Texas.
Color the world with peace and joy.
Tell me, Diva, what's the tea?
My Nisha drag is dumb.
The spirits have guided you to me.
Hola, Rieros! We're NTTV's longest-running Spanish entertainment show, and we're all about culture, creativity, and community in Spanish. Vámonos.
It's a jibber jabber. Yes, jibber jabber.
Jibber Jabber is a man on the street indie TV show for Instagram that's in its 7th season, with 2 hosts, 1 comfy chair, and a Would You Do Something bowl.
Pretty much the gist of our show is that we're going to be inviting UNT students, all of our lovely family over, and we're going to be talking to them. And when we run out of things to say, we're going to ask them,
would you do something?
I think we're ready to do something.
Fortnite son or Minecraft daughter?
Many people like to explore different paths in their lives, whether that's for their own fun or to help others. Oscar-winning actress Nicole Kidman is exploring a new path, and she's focusing on end-of-life care. She's learning to become a death doula, which can provide emotional, practical, and spiritual support, helping people navigate their final days. Kidman says the idea came after she lost her mother just a couple years ago. She also says her mother felt lonely sometimes and wished someone else could have been there to offer more comfort and support.
Barron Trump is getting into the beverage game with his company announcing its first 2 flavors. The brand, Soyo's Yerba Mate, is set to launch next month with 2 flavors, pineapple and coconut. Yerba Mate is a South American herbal tea known for its bitter taste and has grown in popularity as an alternative to coffee. We had a quite interesting weekend with sports, didn't we, Riley?
Yeah, I heard that Rory McIlroy defended his Masters title.
Well, let's see what our sports anchor Maria Gonzalez has to tell us.
Thank you, guys. You're right, Riley. But not only that happened during the weekend. I will be back with all the information on the Golf Masters, the Texas Rangers, and UNT softball after the break.
She was the oldest woman to ever medal in the slalom run. So I believe that's,
she's now the youngest.
Yes, the youngest and the oldest.
Prominent women's sports is right now, especially when women's hockey is one of the biggest growing sports in the world right now.
If somebody told you, kind of coming back to the past and telling your past self that this team would be 1 win away from making the college football playoff, how would you react knowing that you've covered this team for so long?
Let's talk a little bit about the strengths of this UNT basketball team. Like, what are we good at? When it comes to UNT, we've always been a slower pace team, and that has continued into the Daniel Robinson era.
And welcome to a very special edition of Prove It or Lose It.
Matthew.
Can I have Silverstone? It's the only name that looks familiar.
Rory McIlroy went from being the 6th player with a Grand Slam to becoming the 4th player to win the Masters in 2 years in a row. With this accomplishment, McIlroy joins Nick Laus and Tiger Woods, the other 2 players with these records. McIlroy won by shooting under 12 par at the Augusta National Golf Club in Georgia. The Irish golfer expressed that at the beginning of this year's Masters, he felt different, more relaxed. This shows by him successfully defending his title. After losing twice last weekend against the LA Dodgers, the Rangers won 5-2 yesterday, avoiding a 3-game sweep. Shohei Ohtani started the game 0-1 for the Dodgers with a solo home run. The Rangers then answered with their own solo home run in the third to tie the game. The Rangers began to take the lead after the fifth inning, and ultimately that led to secure the win. UNT softball got an American Conference Series victory over East Carolina University with a 4-3 win in the game, which ended in an 8-2 loss on a doubleheader on Saturday. The team's head coach expressed that even though you don't want to end with a loss, he is proud of the team for winning against a team like ECU. During this weekend, UNT's Madison Conley reached 14 home runs for the season, which marks the 7th most in program history. She also sits at 12 doubles, where she is tied for 10th in the single season history. That's all for sports today. I'll pitch back to you, Riley and Jeremiah.
Students in Reno are experiencing therapeutic benefits on their campus.
That's right. A miniature horse is the newest addition to Marvin Piccolo School in Reno, Nevada. Annie now joins Princess as part of the school's therapeutic riding program that serves students with severe medical and developmental challenges. The horse's smaller size and gentle nature helps support students and can have a calming effect on them. This therapy was made possible thanks to a donation from the Reno Rodeo.
I could see how those horses could be therapeutic. They're so cute.
Yeah, man, they're so small. But yeah, thanks for watching NTTV News at noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 and tomorrow at noon here on North Texas Television.